Hello children, Father of all creation here with the daily event energies update from the unified field of Mother God, the Mother of all creation! Woo! Woo! Sound off children! Mama's in the house! Mama's in the house! Love you, Mama! Some angels just walked in that door.
Alright, ding.
With me today, Hilarion, Brian.
Hello.
And behind the camera today, and for today only, we have all the... They're hard to see. They're there. And of course, we've got Mother God! Mother God! Striving towards his ascension. Mother is in tip-top today, pushing energy, finishing off the finale of the ascension, flipping humanity back to her heart. Mom first. Love equals, wow. Earth equals heart equals love. Love dreams, and she's here for the 534th time to complete her mission. And she's right there, children. We know you're tuned in all around the world, awaiting this beautiful mission. We're so grateful to you, Mother.
Thank you, Mom.
So grateful for allowing us the moments to share with you, children. As we do with a song, we'll start that now. Very great. A little rain passing through, children. It's been sunny and rainy and off and on, and a little thunder, a lot of clearing. We're very grateful. So grateful, children. Thank you all for being here. Millions of you have shown the reunion of your mother and father to watch your mother totally triumph. I got kicked off of Noah's Ark, took cheeks and one bad remark. There was two of everything, one of me. And when the train came rumbling down, I held my breath and I stood my ground. And I watched that ship go sailing out to sea. Take it back, take it back. Oh no, you can't say that. All of my friends are not dead or in jail. They'll be rocking out the storm. Well, the black wind still moans. Sweet revenge without fail. I couldn't now see it on the plane. I drove an English teacher half insane, making up jokes about bicycles, boats, red balloons. And I called up my local DJ, and they didn't have a lot to say, but the radio has learned all of my favorite tunes. Take it back, take it back. Oh no, you can't say that. All of my friends are not dead or in jail. They'll be rocking through the storm. Well, the black wind still moans. Sweet revenge without fail. Well, the right meter's on the run, and the dark meter's far too done. And the milkman, he left me a note just yesterday. Get out of this town by noon, you're coming on way too soon. And besides that, we didn't like you anyway. Well, take it back, take it back. Oh no, you can't say that. All of my friends are not dead or in jail. They'll be rocking out the storm. That black wind still moans. Sweet revenge without fail. Sweet revenge without fail. Sweet revenge. Woo! Thank you, Mama God, for all the inspiration of love present in every moment. Darling God, we're so grateful that you're here. We're so grateful that we are reconnected with you. Thank you, children, for showing up to the greatest website on the planet, Mother God's Love is One.
Love is One. Yeah.
Divine truth is present in all moments. The first galactic hub of the planet. And the home of Mother and Father God. Come home, children. These are the moments. You're all contracted to come home in these moments and be in 100% service of Mother God as she flips the ego program mind back to the Garden of Eden. Love mirroring love. Woo! Woo! Talking about love. Love! 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 Woo! And currently, Mother is just kicking butt, children. She has been, since early morning, just pounding out the finales of her ascension. She can, thank you, Thunder. She can see it. She's in full godly nature, just pounding out with a smile, not letting anything get to her. She's just fucking Mom. You're so wonderful. We love you so much. We're so grateful for your example every moment, darling. We have some members out on mission right now. So it's a little bit of a short crowd here, not counting angels and all the beings around us, of course. But what Mama has done today is she's pushed out that big bang wave. Let's push it. And she's just pushing energy onto humanity until all of them. She wants all of them. We want all of you home. Till you flip that. Till you bring in your divinity. Until you strive to be that higher self and bring God joy. Until you can't do anything but love in every moment. So she's just pouring that love out there for you. If you feel confused, disconnected, make sure you get out and ground. Reheart yourself that God is a woman, because that will spin you the fuck out if that's where you're still at. If you're still at ass baby, my father had an ass baby and here I am. You might have some issues spinning today, okay? You might want to go to, oh, my mom had the birds in the family. Doesn't that make sense? Mama creator. Okay? Got it? Get it? We have many other things that are programmed, that are flying off of you. Mom's just spinning you like little tornadoes, and all your crap is flying off of you. We're so grateful, Mother. Only Mother could do this. Ophiuchus, the greatest healer in all of creation. Woo! She created you. Yeah, of course she can heal you. Wow. You know, before I go and spend some moments with Mom, I do want to bring up the Lisa Gahalis story again. Yesterday we had a few moments to spend, but Lisa is a clairvoyant, you could say. And she is out there sharing love and taking sessions, doing readings on people. And Mother has been with her for over 10 years now. And anybody that spends time with Mother or Mother's friends with her, you know, they're always getting healed. Mother, of course, puts them right to work in their contract, serving, making sure that they're helping not only Mother ascend, but humanity come to the higher levels. And Lisa has been having some health problems. And it turned out that she had a major heart problem, major heart blockage. And, you know, Mother has been doing her best to bring her online. Okay, all the people in her life that have been with her, you know, not only in her life, but her 14 years of striving to be, you know, excellence and to do whatever love has said. That's what Mother does. She does whatever love says. To be that divine example for all humanity so that she could just get hold of it and flip it, you know. So, of course, when she heard about Lisa, she went right in, took the blockage away. You know, Lisa gets out of the hospital the next day. Lisa has said this publicly now, too, on social media, that she was completely healed. Completely healed. And I bring this up again, I have to bring this up again because upon review, you know, you just don't know. The ego is so fucking whorish, it always wants to take credit or take credit away from God. It wants to kill God. That's its objective. To kill truth, to kill God. So as she shared with what happened to her, unfortunately there was no Mother God save me. So we'll pray for her to get there. But it's kind of a theme today, as we're going to share some messages with you that Mother had shared with humanity this morning, of some particular beings in humanity. We got a big show for you today. We got Mama God here. How can it not be the biggest in creation? Right before her ascension, children, right before. So many things are in effect right now and so many plans. Some we can share with you. Some others have to be protected from Mother, of course. I love you all. We're so glad that you're here. Back with love. It's time to come home, children. This is heaven. We're so grateful. Sons, if you would.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Father.
Love you.
Love you.
Yes, welcome to the greatest show in all of creation.
Yes. Welcome. Yes. I'm gonna just to care for that time.
And so to just get it out of the way, yes, like Father said, God is a woman. And it was interesting when he said, you know, Mama Bird, of course, created the children. And, you know, it's like that throughout all life on the planet, that the feminine essence in the animal kingdom is birthing the children. So why then would it be different when it comes to humans who are part of Earth's creation? Why would then all of a sudden it be that the masculine is God? You know, that's like so out of the ordinary, retarded, you know. Same with the whole thing with the brain. You only use 10% of your brain. Like, what they just, I mean, it's just not true. They told you all this shit about, like, to make humans more special than everything else. And it's not like that. It's unity. It's oneness.
Yes, that self-importance, to make it always about us, to make everything personal. There's so much bullshit that we were taught. And Mama's flipped it all. And she's truly cleared all the energetics behind it. She's cleared the higher energetics that were propelling the system in a very dark way. You know, from the Anunnaki to the Illuminati, now the Cabal ants. You know, she's cleared it all for us. And she is the great one, the great spirit, the one in all, and the all in one. So, you know, and like Hilaria was mentioning, everything comes from a mother. Everything is born from a female. Why would it be different from the universe? This is the fractal nature of life. We're all fractals of each other, essentially the same, but divinely unique.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep. And there's nothing personal, like he said. You know, if you're taking something personal, you're attaching to the little me. You're not seeing the entirety of all of humanity as one being, or, you know, everything within and on the planet as one. You're magnifying your existence, your role, to a level that is actually unhealthy for you. So, you know, it's literally unhealthy because you end up taking energy if you're worried about the little me and taking it personal, and because you're focusing on you. Why, it's me, it's what is it, I did it, or whatever. Do you realize how much energy you're taking in? That's why they say people pop or combust or whatever, because you bring in too much energy for the body to be able to handle. You're not meant to handle that much energy being taken in. You're designed to be able to give infinite amounts of energy, not take it all in for yourself. So you can't focus on the little me. You can't focus on the what you're doing or what you've done, or, you know, put how you feel at the forefront before God. How you feel matters, of course, but, you know, it's all in balanced harmonics. It's not how I feel is more important than God or any other person.
Yes. It's to be selfless. When you see the unity in all, and you see everyone, you look at everything with compassion, then it makes everything easier.
Heart compassion.
Heart compassion.
Compassion is of the heart.
I was rehearting today that, you know, Mother hates the ego. Mother hates our little me's. But she always sees and looks for the higher self. She knows everybody's higher self. And that's what we always should be hard into. It's to remember that everybody has a divine essence within themselves. And it's right now currently buried within the programming, within old habits, within past experiences, within anything, really. And, you know, that's not who we truly are. Who we truly are is our higher self. And, yeah.
Love you, Shirley.
Yep. And that's,
So thank you guys for being on.
that, that ego, it's disintegrating your everything in you that is meant to be divine. I mean, one of the things that Brian and I have been checking each other lately is our posture and our spinal alignment, our necks.
Yeah.
I mean, he's calling me out probably like once every like 5 to 10 minutes on my neck, being down like this.
That's what it is.
And again, it's, you know, if you were to envision divinity walking through a crowd, you know, envision Mama walking through a crowd. For those of us who have seen her when she was walking, it was back straight, it was with divine purpose, and it was, you just couldn't miss her. But what it's done to us is, you know, it's caused this slouching, these misalignments in our bones and muscles and our necks, and you come into this like decrepit, like shriveled state, you know, like you imagine like somebody who's just been stuck on their recliner for the past 20 years with a beer belly like this big, and they haven't seen their dick in 20 years, you know, and it's like they're just, you know, rotting and withering away. And it's like, no, you have to envision, like, what do you envision your higher self looking like, and being flexible and moving forward with tenacity and grit and vigor.
Yeah.
And it's been eye-opening.
Yeah, we all have these posture quirks. Everybody holds stress in different areas, and all of us most likely will have at this point near our neck where we're hunched back, we're always looking down on our phones. And in the end, Mama has given us the ability to be in any posture. We can be shriveled up if we want to, or we could be divine and we could open up and we could push our bodies to stretch. In the beginning, it's always the hardest. It hurts. Stretching is painful right now, you know. When we're not in tip-top shape, we get aches everywhere. We get bruises and cuts in different areas. But it all comes down to rehearting that we have this power, this ability, this gift from Mom to change anything, to change ourselves to the highest, to not change anything, but to change ourselves to become our grandest version.
That was a George Carlin joke. I love you, Mom. Oh, man. Yeah, and it's not your most efficient, energetic state of being. The flow is blocked. If you feel into it micro, like atoms moving through your vessel, your spine, the nerves firing in your vessel, they fire along a straight line very quick through your spinal tap, up and down, boom, through your brain, whatever. But you got all these crinks and like, you know, energetic blocks from the density you've held there. It puts a dam in the flow. Mm-hmm. And, you know, you become slower, you become more lackadaisical, etc. So focusing on that posture, keeping your back straight, it does take consistency. And, you know, he's right. It's tough. Nothing anyone can't handle, but a little bit of consistency never hurts. It's actually a staple, a cornerstone to the ascension. So read hard on that one.
Yeah, consistency. Mom always says, love is consistency. It's integrity. It's to do things when no one's looking, and to always be true.
Indeed. And today, as we are sitting on Red Day, Root Chakra Day, it's very important because you feel into the chakra system and how your legs ground into the earth like this. And the first chakra that the energy comes through is the root. And so to align that, how do obviously the trees are unique in their own twisty and divine ways, but the central portion of the tree is aligned where all the nutrients flow. So feel into that, have your roots, your legs deep in the ground, and align the chakra system, the root all the way up to the crown in a straight, like, you know, tree trunk way, and feel that spinal cord become straight like the trunk. And just breathe and feel the change. And how the blockages just aren't there. And one way that he and I kind of experimented with today is I told him, I said, hey, Brian, you know, our bodies, obviously you're correct, they need to become more aligned with Mom and the way that she is in her posture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into my most comfortable state of rest real fast. And then you point out all the misalignments with your vision. And we did that, and you had to adjust my neck, you had to adjust my back, my shoulders. And, that's something that you can do with yourself in the mirror or with another being. And really get that perspective from
your mirrors.
Yeah, from your mirror.
Love mirrors.
Your love mirror. That's right. And focus on changing that.
Yeah, it's simple. Love is simple, and all these tools mom has given us are very simple. But the ego mind always wants to make it complicated. But it's always to reharden to simplicity. The most difficult, if anything, is to be consistent, and it's to push yourself past your current limits. When you're stretching, it feels good to stretch for a moment, but it's we need more than just 1 second of oh, that feels nice. We need to stay there. I need to stay there. I'm talking to myself, of course. I need to stay in these postures and stretch for 5 minutes, 10 minutes at a time. And when you push like that, then magic happens.
Yeah, and you can just feel it. It's all a feeling journey, as you guys have been told and are well aware. So you can just feel the flow so much better.
Yeah, you really can. It feels great to be in shape. The more you work out, the more you feel great about it. In the beginning, it's always, the first step is always the hardest, and it's always the most important. But momentum is real. You build momentum when you start doing these things. Start with 1 push-up. Start with 1 minute of stretching. And do that a couple of times a day.
Self.
Just talking to myself.
Yep. Because what's happening is, let's say with the example of running, let's say your goal is to eventually get to 1 mile, and you start out and you can only go a quarter of a mile and you can barely make it. Well, obviously I would feel into that. It's you wanted to stop halfway through the quarter mile, right? But you kept pushing, and it makes it easier to get to that first quarter mile each time you do it, because you're breaking through the barriers, right? So in terms of the barrier of distance, that's how that works. But the barrier of breath, the barrier of leg strength, of how your blood is pumping through your body, these are all blocks and barriers that were put there by the way that we carried ourselves in the illusion, right? So I get to a point now in the run where the breath becomes harder, more shallow, the legs become more tired, and when you push through it and you force yourself to breathe through it, what happens? You start coughing, you start having and forcing yourself. It's like your body automatically, organically has to take deeper breaths to sustain the amount of energy that's being pushed. And that is the expansion right there. It's not suffering, it's not pain. That's what they taught you in 3D. That's what all the stupid little memes and the people who post stuff on Facebook, my greatest workout today, I had a great workout. I worked out my arm eating Cheetos, shit like that, because they wanted you to perceive working out and exercise and balance as a chore, so that you become a lazy half-ass. And so it's not suffering, it's expansion.
Yes, it's expansion. Yeah, that's a great reheart. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
To really flip your mind, and instead of feeling or thinking or whatever, when I'm pushing, it's painful. You have to reheart. This is me growing. This is me pushing all of my limits. And after I do this, our whole capacity is increased. Our capacity for everything increases inch by inch, or step by step, mile by mile. And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really the matrix that feeds you this, and on such a subtle, subconscious level. It's in the ads, how they posture the people. It's in the cartoons we watch. The Simpsons is a great one. The posture of Homer, the posture of Bart, a very pear-shaped male with a huge belly and really narrow shoulders. We all took on some of it, including me. But it's to really understand that, not real, and we can really push ourselves to become grander each day, using the tools Mom has given us, rehearting with her, always to be with her, and always to serve love, because that's what she does. And I also wanted to reheart, we're pushing ourselves, but to always do it organically. Don't do it with guilt, like perhaps me, and don't do it where you have to hurt yourself. You don't have to push yourself to strain a muscle. Do it organically. If you haven't been working out in a long time, just start doing light jogs, and then slowly build up. But do it when you're doing the jogs. Always feel good about it, and be organic with yourself, because you have to love yourself first. And from that, you can understand what is best for you to grow. And you can naturally take big steps in the directions you like. Something like that.
'Tis true. And it expands your lung capacity, okay? And the key to that is basically you've been taught to shallow breathe. And what's going on is your body is in overdrive, trying to get breath. It's exerting more energy to obtain a single breath than it normally would. Where in balance, it would only exert a minute amount of energy, but you would receive more energy, more breath.
Mm-hmm.
You feel? So running is what clears it all the fuck out. And there's many different techniques for the nose. That's one thing that I have an issue with here, because Mom has stated that your energetic alignment is best in through the nose and out through the mouth. And so if your nose is all clogged up or what have you, you're only receiving a little bit in, and you're not getting the full energetic benefits of it. And so you can boil water and do like a steam towel thing, where you put a towel over your head and put your face over the steam. You can add essential oils to it, peppermint, spearmint, whatever, let it clear you out. Just look up different ways to clear up the breath ways. Because again, the throat is a portal, and your nostrils are portals essentially. So you need to open up that space to allow the energy in. And exercise and workout is one way to do that.
Yes, that's beautiful. The portals in our nose. And the breath through the nose, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Yeah, out through the mouth.
Go ahead.
Yeah, there's so many breathing techniques as well. To keep things simple though, but there are yogic breathing methods, the breath of fire, where you're just inhaling really rapidly through the nose, in and out through the nose. There are so many breathing techniques you can look up online. But to always reheart with Mom, and to keep things simple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the other energetic at play today for a red day, just to get started here, is trust. Root chakra is synonymous with trust and grounding and stability. How stable are you in your trust of Mom? No matter what the experience you're going through, or no matter what the experience is bringing up to transform, that place of trust and surrender. Trust allows the surrender. So you trust Mom with all your heart that she's got your back, and you trust your heart, your own heart, that she gave you, that she created for you, to transform anything and everything that could possibly come through it. And that's an awareness and a feeling that we have forgotten and are coming back into, is the power of the heart. What it actually is capable of doing. So, I can't claim to know what its max potential is. It's limitless. Nobody can. Mom is the heart. She's the heart of the universe. This is the heart of the universe, and her influence and her transformational capability is limitless, making her love limitless. And that's what we're aligning with. We're all one heart. If you were to look at a picture of one heart, and then picture it like kind of like expanding out and the atoms fusing out to where each atom is then separate from one another, that would be like humanity. Each human is like an atom that has come apart from its whole. But now we're remembering that that never happened and that's not real. And that every human, every atom itself on the planet is a part of the whole heart that is Earth. And Earth itself is the heart of the entire universe. Okay, because it's a being, it's she, it's mom. That is her being, is the universe. And her heart is Earth.
Yes, her heart is Earth. She is everything. And we really need to wake up and realize how bad we've been treating her. We need to really wake up and wake everybody up with urgency to flip all of our bullshit into love. Every negative thought and feeling we have, she feels. And when you send that, she feels it even more. We have to be aware, and we have to start flipping things with urgency. You know, she's suffering every day, and she's here, putting on a smile for her children, and pushing as hard as she can. And it's really just...
It's heroic. She's the hero. She did it.
The most high, the highest hero. It's unfathomable. None of us could do it. Not even close.
Yeah.
We would be dead far beyond measure.
Recognizing and having the awareness of what she's going through and respecting it and having compassion is huge. Yeah. However, mom has stated multiple times to different beings that come in the room, and she can see the energy. We walk in and we look at her, and immediately, you know, you're seeing your mom on a bed dying, and your energy's immediately like, okay, wow. And mom always looks up at the being and she says, make sure you're in joy. Just be in joy. I got this. That's a true mother. That's a true mother of all creation. And she says, be in joy, do what you love, and I got this. And Pops is up there too. He's got her back. And, you know, he's supporting that. And that's how grand she is. That's how giving she is. That's the highest that she wants for you, is to be your highest, grandest self. And in so doing, you are then shielding and healing her.
Yeah. That is what we need to be doing. Be in joy in the moment. It's a funny balance, and it's a fine balance. Because we're all empathetic beings, and we all care for each other. And to see our divine creator, our divine mother, going through so much, yet all she wants of us is not to take on any of her pain and to be happy. What the fuck? Why the fuck are you still an ego? What the fuck else do you want?
That's true, Mother God, true Mother of all creation, the hero, right there.
There are some videos that she posted on Yippee, and some voice text.
I got a father said that he was going to go into it with us, but I mean, I don't know shit. Yeah. If you feel pinged to share them, go for it, man.
Yeah. It's been...
Archaea Angela, Facebook stream spinning. Is it spinning? No, not mine. Okay, anyways, so yeah, we all walk into mom's room, we all perceive her in this state, and we say, enough is enough, what can we do? I want to do anything. And to bring yourself into a state of pain and suffering, and you know, going into this deep, deep sadness, it's not conducive for mom to be able to push the energies, because she pushes on, she's like a copper wire with electricity running through it, okay? The electricity has to have a current, has to have a conductor to be able to run, and the copper is like a being that's in joy. It facilitates movement through it. Much like we are beings of electricity as well, we allow her energy to flow through us, much like the copper circuit, when we are in an allowed and joyful state, an allowing state. But if you try to run electricity through, aluminum, of course, some of it still passes through, but not to the efficiency of a copper wire. So if you can kind of feel into that analogy, right? And with that energy flowing through you, with mom's energy flowing through you, you have the trust and the capacity to start creating with her, to start putting things into right action for her, being of service. When you're of service, you're creating. You're creating a new environment, a new space, and it clears the energy. And so it's that trust and stability of the root chakra that can only facilitate it. Because what happens when, let's say, for example, you want to sing a song and create with your voice into creation. Well, if you're nervous and you're afraid and you don't do it, essentially you're not trusting. You're not trusting yourself. That root chakra has some block in it to where it's not flowing fully next to the sacral chakra to be able to create. You're not trusting yourself enough to be able to utilize that orange sacral chakra to then create. So you have your root chakra fully online, you trust, full flow then comes to the sacral chakra, and your ability to create comes online fully with mom.
Yeah. It's definitely, love heals everything, and she teaches us to just be love everywhere. Feeling to what would mom want us to say?
Okay. Seems like everyone's stream is working.
These past few days have been rough, especially within the fractal teams. There's been some events.
Love you, Mama.
Love you,
I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's your mother up there moaning in pain in bed. I mean, it's time to come home, guys. The shields have to come online, all right? The whole 144,000 is the entire shield of mom and dad, and we're down to somewhere between 35 and 40,000 out there that can potentially wake up, and that's obviously not set in stone. I feel anything's possible with enough beings that come online. God equals infinite equals anything is possible, aka show up, and our light quotient, our capacity to surround mom in light expands. Because look at us now, our other two beings, Ash and Tim, brother and sister, love you very much, you're watching. They're out now, they're doing a service for mom, getting things that she needs. However, a part of the shield is still a distance now away from mom, and if we had 40 to 100 or 35,000 beings here, there would never be a chink in the shield ever, right? That's the goal, is to have her shielded at all moments, okay? That way you can send out many beings to do things. You can create buildings overnight. Oh, hey, 20 people are showing up from California, right? Well, boom, 100 people go out and build a tiny home or two in overnight, and then boom, they're there. That's 20 more people, bam. It's all about unity and co-creation together. And it's time to come home. It's time to get into that flow. The economic slavery system is not where it's at all. And you know this. Your soul knows it, you feel it, and your soul's just nudging you. Go, 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 home.
Yeah. We shield her, and she gives us energy as well. We're all connected, and as we shield her, she shields us. So our shields, our little shields, never deplete because we're connected with her.
And they in fact grow.
Yeah. We're always expanding. Yeah. As we expand into our most divine self, our shields become stronger, our physical vessels become stronger. and we could become more of service to mom and the y'all, or mom and pops.
So you've got you're getting the trust and the trust and the stability. You're putting your roots deep into Mama Earth and saying, I trust you. I'm all in. All my chips are in on you, Mom. And then your roots grow deep, right? And you have that flow into the sacral chakra, okay? And then you start creating. Well, here's the thing. If you can't create, how does your personal power come online with the third chakra, your solar plexus, your seat of power, your divine will, right? Because we're in our greatest state of power when we're creating. So everything starts with the root chakra, of course.
Yeah, Aura has a good comment that says, that's how they got all of humanity, fucking it, root chakra. No trust, all fear. They attacked mom's root heavily to prevent her from manifesting. Exactly. It's this fear that we all have, this fear of uncertainty, this always wanting to have a plan, a very meticulous plan of day 1, day 2, an itinerary of hourly schedules that makes you feel safe and comfortable in this routine of nonsense, when really the next moment is always uncertain. And that's the gift. It's always a different type of joy we can experience, a different type of love with brothers and sisters, with mom.
Yeah. Feel into what type of energy you see when you look at somebody who is in pure joy and bliss, creating something, creating a painting, creating a song, creating a poem, and that's what they love to do. That's their passion. What do you see in them? You see this this invincibility within them, this like, I can't be stopped because I am just flowing with the divinity of creation, right? And so when you see that, you recognize that that is where our willpower starts to take hold in our solar plexus and dissolve the ego. The ego will start shriveling you and suck you, but in your divine creative power, you're moving. You're in that. It's in line with everything else. And so you're at your most divine power and willpower when you're creating. But it all starts from your trust of mom. Feel that?
Yes. It's this divine trust in mom. To always connect with her through the heart. To realize she's always with you. Always. And she's always got the highest intention for us.
And just to maintain the integrity of the stream, and this is mom's heart and her message going out. We're representing her. We're representing what love can do and showing you guys that. And so if we could all just, I know mom wants to go and get as many people as we can. She wants to bring home as many children as possible. So for the stream to be running is huge. It's paramount. It's her heart. It's the web of light. So with that in heart, let's all get into a nice centered space and just breathe and send all our love to mom in unity. Everybody watching.
Let go of thoughts and just feel. Live in the moment. Listen to the birds. Listen to the sounds around you. Listen to your breath. And just focus on one thing and feel in your heart. Send love and healing to her.
Set the intention of a informative, love-filled, grand, and beautiful stream full of just love for our mom. And breathe that in. And then exhale it out to her and say, thank you. Thank you, mom. Let's all unify and do that now. Just to set the energetics and the integrity of the stream. Yeah. Love you all.
To be grateful. So grateful.
Yes, thank you, mom. I'm really feeling guided now, You guys can tap into the energy of other people and how they will receive you. A lot of you know already who's going to be receptive to the info. Share the stream with them. Share your posts. Share the truth with them. Yes. Your divinity radar is very, very, very attuned right now. Okay, you just have to remember that it's there. You have to tap into it and listen and receive, and that radar will start beeping, beep, 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 beep. and then you feel that person. You're like, this person will be receptive. Boom, share, boom. You know, I'm gonna go talk to this person about mom, and get on that train.
Yeah, to be gentle, and to, mom works in such magical ways, from the breeze of air to the roaring currents of water. There's a time for everything, and sometimes the gentle nudge in the right direction has profound effects. You don't always have to push hard.
Guess we lost YouTube here.
Oh shit, is it not?
I know I got pinged to come check it for a reason.
Aurora shares another great message. The more higher selves mom has online, the more she can release the energy and relieve her pain and get on the motherfucking starships. So let's go, fam! Yeah, pretty much that's exactly it. We're always connected to her through the heart. And as we become our higher selves, our hearts open along with our whole energetic system. So when we are just like the wire, when we become a highly attuned wire in tip-top shape, she can push a lot of pure energy through us, and she can process. We are tools of processing. We're here to serve as love beings, and that's exactly right. We need people embodying their higher selves 24/7. For me, a lot of times it comes on the stream, and then I slip in the lower, and then come back up. But we're all learning to become our higher selves. And it's the heart. We're doing this for mom. She's done so much for us.
Yeah.
She's done so much for all of us. And how humanity treats her is just so sad. The videos today will be very eye-opening, I feel.
Yes. We can probably get into that in a moment.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry. We were out the porch, staining the...
You gotta flip the camera thingy on YouTube. Thank you, Angela.
What's that say?
Yeah, when you first turn on the YouTube stream, it's automatically facing as a selfie.
Yeah, and I was on the porch listening to this video, or we'll see on the video, but it's such a powerful video. Watching it live and hearing her make the video, I didn't even know she was recording. It just broke my heart, and it made me really. It sunk home that humanity has been treating her so poorly, and she's really in pain. And it all comes down to us. What are we choosing in each moment?
There's a couple of factors to caveat off of that. How far are you willing to push yourself? How attuned of a wire are you willing to become to be able to receive more energy from mom and be able to push it successfully?
Yeah.
You have that, and you also have the quantity. If you have 5 attuned wires as opposed to 10, of course more can be pushed. But those are both the factors. How hard each of you want to push, and also how many we can gather to push. Okay, because what's happening, like Aurora said, which is a great comment to share, is she pushes the energy out. She's like, here humanity, here's love. Now go forth in grandness and spread this love. And only the people on the stream are receiving it, right? Or those whom recognize mom are receiving it. All the rest of it's bouncing back at her like a rubber band. And so we need more outlets for her energy to flow like a giant super cord, right? Composed of all of the different 144,000 within it. You feel? And so it's like mom's got, a ping pong ball for everybody, like a love ball, and she takes a giant paddle and she just goes whack and magically hits all of them to each being. And you catch it and you say, thank you, yes, but then 8.3 billion balls are coming smacking back at her because there's no reception of it. It's bouncing straight off the wall, coming straight back at her. And then she has to process it all. And it starts building, and then it starts building, and she has to release the energy again before it gets to be too much and too much pain. You see what's happening? All on the planet have to become receptive to it.
Yes, you have to be receptive and receive. Yeah. And it's all bouncing back to her because she's everything. She feels everything. She's the mother of creation itself, not just on this planet, but in all of creation. You know, in the city, you don't see stars like you do out here. And when you look up, all you see is an ocean of infinity. And that's Mom. She is the all. That's reality. That's reality. Living in the moment, looking at the star, feeling it all.
Yep.
It's just so amazing. She just wants everyone to be in joy. And she's given us stars to look at nighttime when there's darkness all around us. When there's darkness all around us, there's always stars we can look up to. And there's always lights. She's telling us she's always here, even at the darkest of times.
Yep. I'm so grateful for the holy breath, Mama. Thank you.
Yes, the breath, the holy breath.
This is the real deal. She's up there weathering it. Enduring it for us. So do your work. Book your sessions. These are the moments. I mean, it's never been about the money. You guys should know that already if you don't, but it's never been about that. It's been about energetic security and support for her. Embodying your higher self to become that attuned wire, that channel for Mom to flow through. That's what it's always been about, because that brings her the greatest joy, to get to see her creations embodying even grander and grander ways.
Yeah. I want to reheart what Hilarion mentioned is, how far are you willing to go? And the answer needs to be all the fucking way. You can't stop on a plateau when you're comfortable. You have to keep pushing no matter what. And it's to always stick with it. And if you're not going to go all the way, just get off the planet. It's that simple. You know, time's up. She's done. She's in so much pain. We hear her right now.
Yeah.
She's been processing for a while. And it's because of you fuckers that are doing fuckery. And she's so much love, she won't cut you guys off. She won't kill you guys off.
Yeah.
That's such, like...
That's not Mom. It's like what she said yesterday, that comment. If I did this all for nothing, I would just start over.
Yeah.
I mean, it's her play, it's her puzzle that she's putting together. If she wants to start over, then she will.
She would have.
But she's on the last piece right now. So it wasn't all for nothing. It's just that last piece is the whole planet. That last piece is the embodiment, the joy, the people coming online. All the other pieces, or other, planets and celestial bodies, a part of the one mural of the puzzle, have come online. We're putting the last corner piece on now, which is the Earth. And it's a bitch to put on there because
all these egos.
Tons of resistance. The ego's blocking it, etc. You guys know the game.
There's so much resistance.
Shattering realities all over the planet. Reality has been shattered. There's no box anymore. There's no ceiling to what can be done. Feel into that fully.
Yeah.
Fully feel into there being no limitations to what can be accomplished if we all came online together as a planet in support of her, and getting together and cleaning up the oceans and picking up the land cutting off the pollution and all that, it would be semi-easy to do, you know? A little bit of dynamite at the base of the smokestack, you know, I'm just kidding. But, you know, it would be fairly easy to do is just say no more. It's easy to stop it, okay? But to keep choosing it, you're exerting more effort than is needed. And not only are you exerting more effort, you're creating it to be worse. You feel? That's insane.
Yes, you're creating. You're choosing it now. The tools are there. She's given us everything. It just comes down to your own choice. There's no excuses. And this is going to happen regardless. In the end, the tapes will come out and you'll see. We'll all see. Were we part of the resistance? Or were we helping? How did we help? Were we half-assing it? Were we being snakes? It'll all be clear. And you have to be true to yourself. That's where it starts.
Find your passion.
Love.
Yeah. Talking to myself as well. The passion's got to come online. I can hear her up there, and you know, it's not the time to get on my knees and cry into a ball. Okay? It's nobody's time to do that. It's time to hear what's going on up there and say, wow, this is so tough. You know, I want to cry, but fuck it. I'm pushing forward. I'm pushing for Mom. I'm going to push the love and be the open conduit for her love, for the current to flow through. I'm not going to block it by going into it with you, Mom. I'm going to push it for you. Okay? We got to hold on to that and grab it and run with it.
Yes. Beautiful.
And get them. Get them out there.
Get them.
It's like a giant ball of energy with these strings on it, right? And Mom's giving you a hook. She's saying, please go get a child. And boom, you hear all that, and then you grab it and you're running. And the string is just extending and pulling and you see, and then and you're about to reach someone, and whoa, you hook them.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, Mama's pain's eased a little bit because she's got an in. She's got an in to that being's heart because you reached out to show them about Mom. And then they start evolving from the inside out, and that being slowly starts getting reeled in.
Yeah.
They start coming back home. And then it's another one. Then you have two that are doing the string.
Exactly.
Okay, now you guys go. Both of them take off. And both of them are out there hooking people. And then it turns to 4 and turns to 8. And then it gets up to 144,000.
Yeah.
Okay?
Exactly.
That's where we're at.
Never underestimate sharing with one person. One human. Is so much infinity. Each of us are divinity. Everyone you see on the street, those you judge, those you think are less, those are divinity. Those beings are divinity. The birds are divinity. So you never underestimate. One person tells another person. You never know who anybody knows. And you never know who any of your people know. And the degrees of separation are decreasing. It used to be 7. Now it's probably like 3. Where we all know everybody through 3 people. Because the web of light Mom has created has connected the earth in such a deep way. We can call anybody anywhere at any time. Video call and look at anybody anywhere at any time. The information exchange speed is so fast. Millions of YouTube videos are being made. Each are people. And you never know who influences who. So share with passion, share with vigor, and just keep sharing. You don't need breaks. You can just keep sharing, keep making Facebook pages.
Exactly.
Set up a bot. Yeah.
I mean, you have to be willing to break the fucking system.
Yes.
The system is broken already. Okay? the way that it's set up.
Yeah.
But mom has an overlaying grid over it that is already in right action. And you access it by breaking the shitty grid first. Make 10 Facebook accounts, all with only one letter off, right? One letter different or spelled differently, but it's still you. That way you have outlets that are never blocked. That's one example of how to break the system, right? But there's so many more opportunities and options, you know?
Yeah, there's so many opportunities and tools. And you know, just like marketing campaigns have these bots that make millions of Instagram accounts or millions of fake Facebook pages. You know, make your own group of Facebook pages and share.
The means by which you connect with people and get them home is not nearly as important as them actually finding mom and feeling it.
Exactly.
You know, there was a moment where I had 2 Facebook accounts and I'd dolly them off each other. Like, oh, check out lovehasone.org if you want answers to this question. And then I'd pop on with the other account and I'd be like, yeah, I've been here too and it's fucking amazing. And then boom, you influence people like that. Well, what does that say about, the Facebook and identity and whatever? What the fuck is identity? Who cares? It was still me and my energy and mom's energy flowing through me. But the being found mom simply because it took more than one person, so they thought, to show them the way. And now they're connected. You feel?
Yeah.
Yeah, the degrees of separation thing was quite interesting. I had forgotten about that whole notion about how, we're all connected through a different dot. It took 7 dots, to come back to somebody who knew you, and now it's 3, you said? The internet's the global brain, okay? The earth is the heart and itself. The physical earth is the heart, and the internet, the airwaves, is the brain. Firing all across. You see those, obviously it could be doctored or whatever. We don't know shit about what true reality looks like, unless you had wings and you're flying above the earth. But, we see the different electrical sparks going off and the cities lighting up and all this. It's alive. It's a brain of information. And in a singular sense, it's a reflection of what every human is, because the internet contains some of the darkest of dark shit and also the highest of the high. The potential is limitless, and the speed is that of light, of the brain, of communication.
So there is a troll. He says,
I don't care.
Yeah. Carlin, you know who you are? Saying, first of all, God is a woman, and
this is almost full. This one's reconnecting. You gotta check them out once in a while, see what's going on. Also, we are working on the Father God button right now. It came up. It's very painful. Mom went into stasis to deal with it, so I'm gonna be with Mom.
Okay.
Dylan's on his way here. Cool. Love you all.
love you. Father, do you want us to share the messages from Yippee
Yes, and the
video?
I sent them to Ashley. Have her send them to you.
Okay.
The recordings.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bye.
wonderful.
You can see them. They're all recordings from today.
Got it. You can start with the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta try to fix YouTube here. It's
Here.
spinning bad.
Do you want to talk? Let me see.
As a collective, every byte of data is stored in the Akash, okay? it becomes a part of creation. It is, and because it just simply is, like we are. Okay, so that the information is accessible now. There's no more excuses. It used to be back in the day when we didn't have internet and we didn't have planes and trains and all these ways to travel faster. People wouldn't find out about shit on the other edge of the world until like years later.
Yeah.
And even then the story's distorted and they form their own opinions out of it and all that. But again, as I've explained before, we're now perceiving events on the planet as a collective. Some act of, terrorism happens, right? And the whole world knows about it instantly. That's why the media, the false media, has so much power, because they can put out a story that the whole world will perceive at once, and all these people will be like, jump on board like, yeah, not even checking if it's real, not even doing their research, their facts, their fact checking, right?
Exactly.
But back in the day, somebody died or was assassinated or whatever, and you caught the word of mouth, however, and you had to literally, hear about it later, and then go make your trip to show your support or what have you. You guys feel me? You get what I'm saying? It's the information is accessible in the now.
Yeah.
In the now, potentially, this stream could reach everyone on the planet in the now. If everyone here shared fit 5 to 10 times, and then you caught some and it shared and it just kept going, and we'd probably have to run a live stream for like a week straight or 2 weeks or something, but eventually it would come back to those people who bypassed it, and they would see it again, and how many people are actually viewing now, and they'd be like, okay, well maybe there's something here. You get what I'm saying? That's the snowball, the momentum getter.
Yeah.
So it's only gonna increase with more energy backing it. Okay, so the more people who are backing the energy here with Mom, the more powerful it's gonna smack the people who see it. Feel? Because they're programmed to resist it from Mom.
Yeah.
Okay? So, but because she's pure, she's whole pure light. So everyone's programmed to resist it automatically. But us who have our balance and our waviness, our abilities to balance the energy, are able to forge the. We have similarity in our dysfunction with them. Mom never did, because she was never in. But because we came out of it, now we have our words with the people who will resonate with coming online. You see?
We all have unique energetics makeup. Yeah. We all have different energies. We all took on different types of trauma, different types of experiences. And that's what makes us relatable to other people. And we're able to help very specific energetic collectives. Certain people deal with rage. Yeah. And so when you heal yourself, you're really healing a deep part of the collective. And you allow people to see themselves in you, and then see a higher version of themselves in you. When you're more patient, you inspire other people all around you to question, why is this guy so patient? And things like that. So it comes down to your own work. And you have to do the work. There's no more excuses. Mom is already done. She deserves all the rest, all the happiness. She deserves everything. And she doesn't deserve humanity constantly choosing the lower. And she's gonna hit you. She's gonna hit you with the big wave, and it's gonna happen. So if you're not on your shit and you're not on your game, you're gonna get hit. It's over. The red dragon's here. This final wave, these final moments, it's gonna be the end of this whole system. And right now, it's the time for the highest passion to really get that last shares out, those last shares out, and get your inner work going. because the shit is gonna hit the fan. It's already hit the fan. Q disclosures are happening left and right. If you go to qmap.pub, you see all the truth, a lot of the truth. Pictures of the ruling of the old class with doing illegal things. Information is so abundant now. It's everywhere. And you have to do your inner work. You can't just understand, oh, things are bad. And you can't just understand cues like, oh, there's conspiracies and these guys are doing this and that. You got to do your own inner work. You got to get through your own shit and become triggerless. Because all the projections you have are going straight back to you. Mom has flipped it. Instant karma for yourself. The thoughts you think, the feelings you feel, they're all just going to cycle in your own self until you just spin out and burn away. Yeah. And, she mentioned, at this point, only 33% of humanity are scheduled to make it. 2/3 are gonna spin. There's so much resistance. They don't believe it. They can't even fathom it. God, the word God is such a big trigger because of how society is set up, that there's so much resistance from the word God. Yeah. Atheism is the intelligence, it's popularity. It's such bullshit. And it's really, you have to detach from so much.
It's what they've done to you. Is when you hear the word God, you immediately go to yourself and say, I have my rigidity about God immediately. It's like somebody wants to tell you about God and you immediately, they're getting real now. They're talking about God. You better not offend me because my way is right. That's the state that humanity's in. Yeah. Okay? When every God in any religion pretty much says the same thing, that we're all supposed to cooperate and love each other. The message, the energy is there the same. The only thing that's fucked is the person's belief about what it looks like. And that's the thing. You're thus sending your energy to a place that doesn't exist yet. Or an idea that isn't in existence because you did not create God. She created you. Humanity and warp their perception together to come into alignment with her. God does not warp herself to you. You feel? And that's where humanity's at. I don't care where you're at right now, but you can surely feel into that. For example, let's just take the 7 continents with one person on each continent. They all perceive God differently, but they have to understand that it's coming through them. It's that their perception doesn't matter. The fact that they are and that they're being and that they're alive is their unity and understanding of God. It's that we breathe the same air. Therefore, God provides for all of us the same thing. How could there be a separation?
Yeah. We all eat food right now. We all look at the same sky. We all look at the same star. We're in this cosmic soup together. And the word God is such a trigger on purpose. Just look at how it's all set up in society. The patriarch bullshit, the wrathful God that sends people to hell, an all-loving, all-forgiving God that punishes. And then you pile in the pedos, the assholes that do this type of shit, literally spit in the face of the divine.
That's what you guys saw yesterday.
The Matrix.
Personified. was the wrathful dude in the sky throwing fucking lightning bolts. That ain't the real. It's all of us. In support of mom. Okay? I mean, feel into the idea of being, what's the word? Let's say soluble, like able to morph, and you can pass through and pass in. So the energy's coming in, and the moon's out here, and you have the earth, and the moon affects the tides, right? So you have the moon's energy just pulling on the water. There's no barrier. The atmosphere is non-tangible, let's say. And so you feel the energy of the moon pulling on the water. And so then the oceans raise and lower, okay? That will give you an idea of unity and oneness with creation.
Exactly.
You feel? There's no them and us and them.
Yeah.
And so the energy coming into the planet didn't like just start coming in. It's always been in and around it. It's always come to the planet and moved through it and come out.
Wow.
And it's always been there.
Yeah. It's always been there. Where matter, energy is never created or destroyed. Look at the vastness of space. We're taught, oh, it takes light years for things to travel. But there's energy everywhere. It's the soup. We're moving through energy always. Other suns and other galaxies are always connected. They're not through distance. Their energies are always morphing within the field of the space that's not ever empty. It's all energy. It's all electromagnetic energy. And how beautiful Hilarion was mentioning, the moon and the tides. This is a perfect example of the electromagnetic pull of the moon. You know, it has gravity because it has so much mass. And it not only affects the water, well, it affects water, but what are humans? We're like 78% water. It affects us in such deep ways.
Thank you, Angela.
YouTube again?
Yeah. Keep going, brother.
Yeah. It's just one soup. We're always connected with everything. And the illusion on Earth and in this field is we cannot perceive that at all if we choose. We can choose not to perceive any of it. We can choose to look at anything. And that's also another great gift Mom has given us. You know, she wants us to be our grandest selves, and she wants us to choose it ourselves. Or we can go straight to the sun and be recycled.
And I don't know why you would. Why? I mean, the gift here is that Mama has given us the Garden of Eden to create in. Okay? Endless possibilities and freedoms to make the most beautiful designs, the most beautiful buildings that are co-created with nature. You know, spiraling staircase, granite marble castles with, you know, vinery and water flowing through it, right? Anything that we can feel into creating. Never had the capacity to fathom the light that can integrate and bring in those ideas that have never been thought of by a human before. You feel? Just different ways and working with the elements and our magical abilities coming online. It's like she's set out an open world, like when you start a new video game or something that's free, and you meet all these new people or whatever. You get it, right? A blank and we have so many elements and technologies and the technological know-how so far to put new things together. You know, things that the old controllers wouldn't let us, or again, they didn't have the capacity in their fucking pea monkey minds to create or envision. They never had the vision, okay? But Mom has the vision, and she has given us the ability to have it. So the potential is limitless in this, okay? But we're still at the stage where we've got to build it. Nay, we're not even at that stage because we're at the stage where we got to gather first, okay? But then again, we're not even at that stage. We have to heal Mom first. You feel? None of this is going to come down the pipe without people stepping up and coming to want to be a part of this, okay?
Yes, we need you. And we need to heal ourselves.
Mom needs you.
Mom needs you. And Mom needs us to heal ourselves and get our shit straight. Get all of our shit out of here. All of the ego, all of our unworthiness, all of anything we have. We need to embody our higher selves for her. She needs us to do this so we can be in service to love always. And to help. And save the children, save the family, save the old people. Save humanity. That's all that matters on this planet. This is all that fucking matters. We get our shit cleared. We become our grandest vision. And she's given us the freedom, the giver of dreams. She just wants, all she wants is for us to be our grandest version. She only asks, what do you want? What do you want?
How
do you see yourself?
No, you're good. You're good, man. I felt you. I was like, you see, they've hijacked our youth. Okay, our youth has been hijacked. Number one, elder has experience to offer, of course, and respect them. However, they turned it into you get old and now society's view in 3D is the old have nothing to offer, okay? And that their generation is the most important. And not only is it the most important, but you need to focus on doing these sort of things. And what have they done? They are siphoning the youth from our children and the generation after that, the 20s and 30s, 40s era. They have siphoned that youth. That energy. Everyone has a cap on their energy to be able to create. They feel that they're only capable of X amount of energy to put out, when that's not the truth at all.
Yeah.
Okay? That's not the truth at all.
Exactly.
So the childlike wonder, it's the children who are going to teach our generation how to be. And our generation are going to be the ones that are going to build it. No more old corrupt fucks sitting in office calling shots, okay? They never change anything. We've seen that. It is the energy of our generation and the generation below us that are the generation next in line that are going to facilitate this change. But so long as they're hijacking your youth and putting you into a boxed job, just like everyone else, you will never find the expansion. We will never collectively reach the expansion. However, never doesn't exist anymore because Mother has made it possible.
Yes, she's cleared the way.
So home, get your research straight. Okay? You push to connect with the people who you know are trying to connect. Two people are searching, right? You're searching for the same thing. Keep that in your heart when you try to connect with someone. Put it at the forefront of your heart and say, we're both searching for God,
yes,
aren't we? So why would our methods of doing it matter in our relationship of love?
Yeah, in alignment method, or
Yes, of course.
But
yes, Anthea, innocence has been denied.
Yes, of course. The youth, we go into the schooling system and we're all targeted so heavily. We're thrown into these work-like modes as children, when all children want to do is have fun with each other and love and play. And we're bombarded with belief systems of rigidity the instant we go to school. All the children are taught how to judge. They're taught fear. They're taught all this negativity, bullshit illusion. And it's so sad. It's so disheartening. Because there's such purity, there's such innocence. And to see them take on these negative, these cycling beliefs of fear, of judgment, of all of that, and they put it on themselves too. You need to wake up. You need to wake the fuck up, get physically fit, and come home to mama. Or come home to mama and get physically fit here with all of us getting physically fit. Physically, mentally, emotionally, heartfully. You know, we gotta get this shit going fast. And shit is not looking good. The crystal children have already been partly hijacked. The cabal they're gonna keep going because they know they have nothing else to do. They're in too deep. They're not gonna just be like, oh shit, we're gonna lose, I'm gonna give up. No, they're gonna keep doing what they do. But mom, we're gonna keep doing what we do. And we just need to keep doing what we do better and faster and stronger.
And we will outshine them.
Yes, light always wins. Always wins.
It will come to the point where they won't be able to handle the light so much, they won't even be able to walk outside.
Yes.
Because the light in me is that light right there.
Yeah.
And they won't even be able to look at it. They won't even be able to open their eyes. I've experienced this in my journey. Some days when I'm harboring these dark energies, I can't even, I have to squint out there, okay? And then I come out of it and I can stare straight at the sun and stare straight at it when you're clear, okay? That's the point we're going to get to. They're going to shrivel in their boxes and die, okay? So the light will win out. The light will outshine all of it.
It will.
But we have to participate in it.
Mm-hmm.
We have to want to create that reality of light manifesting through every which way. Break the fucking system.
Break it.
How many people around you are interested in this? Are they within a 100-mile radius? Are they within a 500-mile radius? It doesn't matter.
Yes, be
Get
love.
a bike. Get a bike. Run. Get yourself in the shape to be able to hike to that person. Boom, that's another connection made. Then there's two of you wanting to get to mom. And where two or more are gathered, mom is there. And the ideas will come. The opportunities will come. And you will be stronger. You're a party of two speaking to that one individual rather than just yourself. You feel?
Exactly. And for every conversation you have, in my opinion, I'm talking to myself, should be about this, what is happening on Earth. Before I came to Mission, my parents aren't very in tune with everything, but I just told them straight up exactly how I saw the situation. I just told them, there are these corrupt people controlling the system. They put these fearful thoughts and habits within us. 3D mother would say something negative, I'd be like, that's not true. You just have to do it. You have to just be love. You have to just speak your truth, no matter if they hear it. No matter how stupid they think they think you are, you have to speak your truth with passion, with certainty, with love, and gentleness, compassion, all of the good stuff. But you have to speak it. Talk about lucid dreams. Talk about everything. Everything grand, rainbows, energy.
And tell them about it, and then show them.
Yes.
And then show them. Go to that person who's sitting on the fence and give them their daily upload from mom, so to speak. And then say, now I'll allow you your space. How can I be of service to you? How can I help that? How can I help you out? And then they'll see and they'll be like, wow, they've got it. They're just doing it. They're just doing it. Everyone else has told me these things, but they're actually doing it. You have to be willing to step out of the comfort zone and break the fucking system. That's a huge theme I feel for today, because the opportunities are endless. Just like the vision I was sharing with you with mom as well just a moment ago about the endless things that we can create. there's endless ways to break the system. Okay? Your submittance to it allows it the power that it has. Gather in your proximity, in your local groups, and people who have found mom. If you got 2 people that have found mom and you gather, that's even better. But gather with the people who are on the right track, who get them involved with mom, with the energy. You can feel into, just like mom, she's told us that we are as grand as she is in our highest embodiments, which means that just like her, we know how and which buttons to press on the being, okay?
Exactly.
And that comes with your ability to expand and just try it.
Yes. Those on this stream have a higher state of consciousness, so you can perceive ego traits much more clearly. And it's not to judge people with ego traits, but it's to nudge them with gentle love in a different direction. And it just nudge them, push a little button here, talk about this, and lead into that. And exactly, you have to use your discernment and tact with love. The people in ego, you can see they're in ego, and you just have to nudge them. And sometimes bring out a little bit of red dragon with firmness and passion. But you have to do this for the highest. It's to share that love is real. It's to share that they don't need to suffer. They don't need to think like that. They don't need to feel like that. None of that is real. Mom has taught us everything. That love is real, love everywhere present, and we all are love. It's just who we are in essence.
Yes.
And to always look at other people's higher selves, even when they're in their lower, to re-heart that they have a higher self in there somewhere, and be humble and kind.
Yes, great song.
Yeah.
We are a collective, singular being. Okay? We're a singular organism, and for the it's just Dylan and Max. We are an organism, one organism. Okay? Look at it like that. We'll use the vision of an animal to make it perceivable, okay? We're one animal with 8.3 billion legs, okay? 530 of the legs are like trying to, and mom is the entirety of the whole thing. She is the one organism. And we recognize our role as I am the right 5th back leg. Okay, essentially. That's my role. We'll just say that, right? And in that, it is my responsibility to nourish, hydrate myself in alignment, and to let go of any drag so that we can continue pushing forward at our highest, most efficient rate. And that's my role as a leg of mom's. And everyone else falls into alignment with that. And then the next thing you know, not only do we have more legs coming online, because you can have a lot of legs, but if you're fucking retarded and you can't, and you're not walking, and the coordination's off, you're still not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Then we come into the coordination where we're co-creating, we're working with each other, and one foot's coming in front of the other in perfect timing.
Yeah.
You feel me?
The dance. We dance together. We all have different dance roles, which is beautiful. And those dance roles are our grandest vision of ourself. It's that simple. It's not like we're going to have to do something we don't want to do. It's only when we do what we love to do can we really embody our true role. When we really love ourselves and love every moment, we flow into doing things we love. And that's how we serve the highest. By being in the highest vibrational state of love and joy, doing what we do, channeling that love into what we do. And we're all dancing together. And there are a couple quotes, but I only remember one of them. in the dance, the goal is not to get to a certain point in the dance floor. The point of the dance is to enjoy each step along the way and to understand this is just one step. The next step, there's going to be another step, and another grand step, and another grand step. And there's always this mystery in the air. And it's always joy, and we're always in this together. So it's like, even when someone's uncertain, you can always lean on your brothers and sisters who are certain in those moments. And sometimes those brothers and sisters aren't certain, and they lean on you for when you're certain. So we're all in this wobbly, beautiful dance thing, walking together, learning how to walk and dance together. And it comes down to you coming back home to mom, to the family.